Like and subscribe, turn on post notifications to see more of me. Let's react.
With another video, like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 100K. Today we gonna talk about, man, JB BinLaden ops exposed that man for snitching on the dudes that did that to LA Capone.
Bro,
Let's
that
get
is
straight into
crazy,
it.
Like JB BinLaden isn't right. Like you really.
Yo, and the crazy thing about it is that this dude got on an interview with Bloodhound Q50. He won't talking to nothing, but he was just with Bloodhound Q50, and Bloodhound Q50 hangs with this dude, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Can't throw the rat comments out there unless you got the black and white.
That's the drive.
I told for real. He told on LA Killer. I'm finna
What?
He told on LA Killer on real paperwork.
What?
That's why 400 East don't claim. That's why he flipped the air.
Yo, bro, he really is 400 East, but I'm finna show y'all a little Vert talent,
He flipped air hood, every hood he flipped. You know, man, MTV, Drill City.
Drill City don't even be outside like they.
JB BinLaden, they brought up some, said he was like snitching or something. Y'all took really offense to
any paperwork. Yeah, that's why I say on my platform, on my dick. Don't even ask me like that for, because I'm my big cuz. That's my big brother for my. That's the reason I rap. Ain't nobody play with him. I'm a name a nigga that play with JB. Name a nigga that came out.
Jail coaching and all that.
Hold on, folks. Shut up for a quick, folks. On my 10 next comments, on my do something to him, though. Who played with him? On my dick. Ain't nobody played with him. And he out here rapping around the town, spinning niggas block and still be clapping niggas down.
So see how Bloodhound Q50 is obviously protecting JB BinLaden, as we see. I ain't gonna lie though, because when Bloodhound Q50 hear about somebody snitching or someone getting dropped down or what, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, he be on ass, bro, cause like Q50, bro, he the type of person, he gonna hop on the bandwagon before everyone else do. He the one that's always dissing first. He the one that always calling people out first. Like, he that type of dude, bro. But since he walk out with, bro, he gonna try and protect his name, bro. And that's crazy. I think that Q50 won't really want to hang with him no more. But obviously, apparently, they're really close. So he's gonna protect his name and he gonna stand behind him. I mean, that's real nigga shit, though. I mean, that's your brother, bro. That's your blood. I mean, you gonna stand behind him regardless if you're a snitch or not. But if you really gangster like that, bro, I mean, you're not gonna hang with bro and you're gonna confront him about it. Now that's the real.
My condolences go out to LA Capone. But
Someone said EMBG Moski said, JB, you told on them people and started claiming Bloodhound on Dylan Green. You never did no gangster shit. Ever motherfucker been making you run forever on that. I don't know what the hell he's saying. Me personally, anytime you see me, you ran on Clay.
This, and this is just my personal opinion.
I'm
If
telling
he
you,
was
bro,
on
these
the
dudes
scene
cannot
of
talk,
a crime, the police was gonna talk to him anyway.
He said,
and if
on Clay, niggas know personally, and dude and them over east y'all ass be copping, please. I don't want to talk. I'm Chicago K. You ain't on your side. You ain't on our side of the fence. Your ass green.
the rumors is true, like what Tay Capone was saying, that, you know, him and JB BinLaden was at a record studio and they was waiting on a lift, and, you know, LA Capone got tired of waiting and he decided to walk.
He said, this nigga just talking. JB is a real member talking about 4 in the East. Don't claim him. Can't trust a nigga that fake shootouts. That's crazy. And then BinLaden, he obviously laughing about the message. I ain't gonna lie, this is getting real crazy, y'all. What y'all guys think? Y'all think he told? Or y'all think they trolling? Y'all think they fronting and shit? What y'all think, bro? Put it down in the comment section down below. Do y'all think it's true?
Which to me is crazy as ever, that you
Q50 and Jeff never
LA
play with
Capone
us.
would have been smarter than that.
So
All those
AI.
ops that you dissing and trolling, and this is at the heat of the war in Chicago. Why would that man want to walk? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that a lift would.
They said Bunchanen was charged with murder for allegedly being the driver of a tail car, a vehicle meant to insolate a lead car containing a gunman. Prosecutor said Bunchanen told investigators he watched the shooter sneak up on Anderson and open fire with a 40 or 45 caliber handgun. Yo! That's crazy. There's no way, right? So who's butchering it? Is that JB? It is him. Yo. Y'all keep watching. This gonna get crazy, yo.
Would have made it even more better because if they was gonna do it, they would have did it with them dudes in the car. But I feel like this, right?
That's insane.
The man was gonna have to give a
bro.
statement to the police anyway. Where is that statement that helped convict those dudes? I never seen it. Them dudes told on theyself. Lil Mick made a statement. The 25-year-old that was involved in the statement. Those dudes told on theyself.
Ain't no way.
Those dudes told that, yeah, we got a call that such and such was at a studio.
They said Shaquille Hardy Johnson, 17, and Michael Mays, 21, gave statements admitting to getting a gun before going to the studio. Prosecutor said they also admitted to being inside a parked vehicle that would run interference in the event that police officers arrived on scene. Man, I don't even know what's going on, bro. They said that someone told, and now they saying that the prosecutors had told as well. If I had, that's crazy as hell. That's crazy, yo. That's insane. Honestly, that really confuses me because it's like it could go both ways. They probably told because they know that bro ass was gonna tell on them. So they just go ahead. They just went ahead and just went to go tell the police what happened because either way they was probably gonna find out, bro. And I'm not even hating on no dude, bro. Maybe that's probably what happened. Maybe they did tell and he didn't say nothing. But they clearly said the message before that we just read before this one just said that. But whatever the fuck his name is, had said that he had shot someone with a 40 or a 45, bro. So, hey, something had to be true. There's three sides to the story.
And, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we drove a tail car and woo woo. How would BinLaden know all of that stuff? Think about that. How would he know that?
What if he was there? You may never know, bro. Maybe he was there, bro. Maybe he was there. And they said the state played a final clip of the interview that occurred once defendant was brought back to the interview room. In that clip, defendant was read his Miranda rights, which he indicated that he understood. Defendant then told the detective that he was at a barbecue on the day of the murder when Mays told him that Anderson was at a local recording studio. Mays stated that he planned to kill Anderson and asked defendant to drive the trail car, which defendant explained is meant to block the police from the car that contains the murder weapon. The defendant agreed and borrowed Williams Taurus. They then drove to the studio with Finch and Hardy Johnson in the lead car, and the defendant and Mays trailing in the Taurus. Once they waited, until Anderson and another man emerged from the studio. When Anderson did so, Hardy Johnson exited the car and shot Anderson. Hardy Johnson then got back in the car. They drove away. Them dudes went on a hit. That's crazy.
Dudes told on theyself in that L.A. Capone situation. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this, right? I feel like we live in an era to where that snitch word just get thrown around a little bit too much, man. Like, I thought you supposed to have paperwork to prove that a dude snitched or told. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bruh.
And to be honest with you,
this could go any way on rope
where a lot of street dudes, they don't even really care no more.
That's insane, bro. There's paperwork, though.
Because if you got money and you got some clout, dudes don't care nowadays about snitching. Y'all dudes trying to press the issue. Yeah, I don't rock with rats. I ain't no snitch. I ain't no whoop, whoop, whoop. Everybody got a snitch, a rat, 12 in their family. Everybody then ate at the table with one of their homies that then told. Trust and believe me, the same way real dudes feel like they in the streets, the same way snitching is. You know what I'm saying? Gunna just showed the whole world that don't nobody care about snitching and ratting. Now I understand there's some real street dudes out there that's gonna go down to the core and listen to their last beat, heartbeat in their chest. They gonna go out real. Ain't gonna snitch, ain't gonna fold, ain't gonna tell, ain't gonna do nothing. They'll go do life in prison before they tell. And salute to y'all dudes. But those is rare in 2026.
This woman in Kansas City searched her name and found $6.1 million in unclaimed money. Like, what?
Real talk. So for the person that you about to go slide with, to your homie next to you that's saying, I don't snitch, I don't rat, I whoop, 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 whoop. He gonna be the
Cap.
first one to tell on you, man.
Oh God, I'm
Look
telling you,
at them
that's
dudes,
straight
little
cap, bro.
mission though. They was down for a cause. They was
He thought
down
he
to go
was gonna
take a
make
life.
it.
But then what happened? Everybody told. You know what I'm saying? If Big A was alive, she'd have been charged with that junk. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are just running their mouth telling. Keep it a buck with you. The statements is still online. Them dudes told on they self, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel like whatever JB BinLaden said or whatever, it helped them police out. Cause them dudes gave statements, their own statements was used against them. I'm gonna say again.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. So these media just sat there and said he don't think he has snitched, but he just now saying that, yeah, whatever BinLaden had told the police, it had helped them. So it helped them solve the murder, even though they told on themselves. So regardless, he still told, but they went and told on themselves. Regardless about it, he still said something to the police. If you gangster, you're not supposed to speak to the police. You're not supposed to rat because you a gangster. That's against the rules, bro. I mean, the streets is dumb, but that's the shit they made up, bro. Apparently, so when you go and you think about it, bro, regardless about it, no way how you try and look at it, bro, he still said something, bro. It would have been better off if he would have just kept his mouth closed. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. I ain't gonna lie, maybe these media rock out with JB. I don't know, bro, but on some real dude stuff, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. In my opinion, I think he told, bro. Regardless if they had said anything, cause let's say they didn't say nothing. Regardless, they would have had his statement versus theirs, bro. So either way, they was still gonna get caught, or they was gonna get put on trial for the murder. And there was one dude's probably gonna testify against one of the other. At least one of them was gonna snitch. So at the end of the day, bro, when you think about it, bro, it don't matter how you really think about it, bro. He still said something. That's still gonna have eyes looking at him, bro. Cause then again, he claimed that he a gangster, bro.
How would he know as many people that was supposed to go on that hit? How would he know about a tail car? How would he know, oh, they got a call
Bro,
from
the
this
streets be
person that
talking, bro.
was at
You
the
may never
studio?
know, bro.
Of course he was gonna get it. Of course they was gonna make him make a statement. He was on the scene when a B was committed. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But I don't feel like his statement or whatever he said helped their case out. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if anybody was put in JB BinLaden's shoes, what you think y'all gonna do?
I mean, bro. I mean, you got a point though. Like, if you just out on the street and you see somebody catch a body right in front of you, bro. I mean, yeah, like you had nothing to do with it, but they can't charge you with it because at the end of the day, you just a witness, bro. For real. I mean, he can say like, yeah, I had seen someone get shot, but I don't know who it was, and I don't know anything about it on what happened, the situation. I was just there, and it just happened right all in front of me. That's what he could have said, but instead he said, yada yada had got out the whip and shot someone with a 40-45 caliber. He ain't had to say all that for real, bro. If you want to be honest with you, if you want me to be honest
You
with
think
you,
you're not gonna talk to law enforcement and you just was on the scene, the crime of somebody losing their life? Well, what you think this is? This ain't no. Listen, the one thing I'm gonna say is this. I don't know about too much legal stuff because I ain't no lawyer, but I know if you're on the scene of a crime and somebody lost their life, you're questioned. Regardless, you're getting questioned. You know
of
what I'm saying?
course. But they're not saying that it's him, though. That's the thing. He didn't have to go out and say all that. He didn't, bro. He could have been like, I don't know what happened, but all I just seen was someone got shot right in front of me. That's all I really know. I don't know who did it, who done it, but I seen da-da-da-da. You know, they was masked up and they just came out and popped at the cut. I got a little scared, and this had happened. This nigga naming the type of gun. He naming the whole situation, bro. For real. All they did was put 2 and 2 together. So at the end of the day, bro, it could go either way. I wouldn't really say he a snitch, but he gave him a little bit too much info. He could have been like, I don't know what happened. So his side of the story kind of lines up with theirs, and that's how they able really to incarcerate them and put them behind bars, because whatever he had said kind of did help the police trying to solve that case for real. I don't know, bro. Again, what you guys think? Y'all put it down in the comment section down below. Y'all think JB BinLaden had told or not? Or y'all think he was just trying to protect himself from going to jail or protect himself from the situation in that case?
Say again. If he would have provided some crucial information, he would have been up on that stand in their trial.
Hell
You're not
yeah.
going to provide no information
Hell
to
yeah.
law enforcement that's going to help them get a conviction or help charge somebody, and you don't think later on down the line that you're not going to get up on that stand. Now, I've seen times to where they won't always use everybody's statements and all of that, but I just don't feel like he said anything that helped their case. My personal opinion, I feel like them dudes told on themselves. I felt like this, and this is just the last thing I'm going to say. I felt like when dudes got that call that it was L.A. Capone, they thought about, oh man, the fathead this and the whoop whoop whoop. We got all these deceased people. Let's go get one. But I don't think dudes thought about, man, if we get caught, is everybody gonna stand tall? Because if dudes would have honestly stood tall, I don't think none of them dudes would have went to jail. If all of them dudes would have probably stood tall and not told on each other and
Yeah, I think
gave
one of them
everybody
dead
gave a
ratted
different
too.
part of the story.
That's why you can't do nothing with everybody, bro. People gonna tell if you gonna commit it, be your best bet is going alone. I'm gonna keep it a stat.
That
Your
they
best
just
bet
was
is
able to
going
put together,
alone.
I feel like them
You can't
dudes
trust
probably,
nobody.
man, wouldn't have got charged
Not even
with.
your
You know what I'm
girlfriend.
saying?
Not
But
even your family,
that's just
bro.
my opinion. But it's your boy D's Media signing out. Peace, positivity, network growth. Let's save these kids. It ain't never too late. But like I said, man, your boy Jeff spoke on this same situation when he was alive, and he said the same thing. You know, where the paperwork at? You know, there's no way that, you know, his statement was used to arrest somebody, or his statement was used to prosecute somebody, and he wouldn't have to get up on that stand, you know what I'm saying, to say that same statement. You know, once you give a statement to the grand jury, it's considered contempt of court, or it's considered perjury if you don't go forward with that. I'm just being honest with you. Love y'all. Appreciate it.
Bro, if you want me to be for real, of course they gonna try and protect his name. He Bloodhound. They be hanging with him. They don't want to make it seem like they hanging with a snitch or they hanging with a fraud. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, boom, your friend, he go out and he steal. Let's say someone called your friend a hoe or a bitch or whatever, and they slapped them. Like, they gonna try and come up with some dumbass way to say, oh, he ain't never do that to my homeboy, because at the end of the day, they don't want to make it seem like they hanging with a hoe. They hanging out with a bitch or some shit. You get what I'm saying? And it's just on some real dude shit. Like, bro, people gonna protect who they love, bro. People gonna, try and protect people's names that they fuck with, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I don't know, bro. At the end of the day, I feel like he kind of told a little bit, bro. Gave a little bit too much info. He didn't really have to say too much. He could have just been like, yeah, I was here at this time, but this had happened, and I don't know too much what was going on, but, they came out the cut and had shot someone, yada, yada, yada. This is the third, but he had to say all that for real. He could have kept it short and simple. Ain't like he'd committed a murder, but then again, it could be thrown in any direction, bro, because people may think otherwise, bro, honestly. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn on post notifications to see more of me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Bitch, I'm not gon' feel like I walk on water. I'm talking your bitch, that he like I'm a toilet. Walk with the Glock, I'm a fucker about. Boy, out with his heavy place talking. I do what I want.